It's a fireworks display unlike any other. Every year, Thunder Over Louisville attracts an average of 600,000 people to the city's waterfront.
Even under the best weather and traffic conditions, this can present a challenge to our city's infrastructure.
That's why LMPD is reminding drivers to pack extra patience on Saturday. Several roads will be shut down throughout the day. That includes Interstate 64, 65, and 71, which will close in the downtown area at 8:30 p.m. They will reopen after the fireworks.
We're working with new fireworks providers, and the brilliance and the color and the quality of the fireworks is like nothing we've seen before.
Matt Gibson is with the Kentucky Derby Festival. He says this year's show will be top-notch, and to ensure everyone can enjoy incredible views, things like tents and drones are prohibited.
It is a no-drone zone. It doesn't matter if it's the small ones, the hobbyists, people who believe they want to take crowd shots, etc. It is a no-drone zone.
That's partly to protect the safety of spectators. 1,200 officers will work the event. That includes local, state, and federal officials. New this year, AT&T will provide cell service dedicated to first responders.
We don't believe that first responders should have to wait in line. We think they should have first shot at the network. This gives them that access. So if they need critical communications, they're able to communicate. They get priority, preemption, and the ability to communicate if they're on our FirstNet network.
FirstNet, as it's called, has been used at other major events like the Super Bowl and the Boston Marathon.
Their need is communication, and we're providing that need. And that means spectators are safer and able to enjoy Thunder Over Louisville.
Now, if you're heading out to Thunder Over Louisville, the festivities, the Great Lawn here will open at 9 a.m. on Saturday, and then the fireworks display that everyone is looking forward to will begin around 9:30 p.m. Reporting live at the Great Lawn, I'm Morgan Lentis, WLKY News.
Thank you, Morgan. And we have all your Thunder information, including do's and don'ts when it comes to what to bring. Just go to our website. Plus, you can get safety notifications for Thunder and other Kentucky Derby Festival events. Just look for this story on our website, WLKY.com, and our mobile app.
New tonight at 5, a state report recommends 2 JCPS elementary school principals be reassigned. A diagnostic review from the Kentucky Department of Education found the principals of Shelby and Johnsontown Road do not have the capacity to lead. The diagnostic review team also observed 12 areas where the district is exceeding or meeting expectations in leadership and resource capacity. That included things like leaders adhering to codes of ethics and policies. The district says they are reviewing the recommendations about the principals and will decide what to do at a later time.
Should Metro Louisville merge its fire and EMS departments? That's just one question that will come before a Metro Council committee tomorrow. Louisville's bill for public pension is soaring, and the Metro Council voted down a tax increase. So the ad hoc committee on efficiencies was formed to find long-term savings for the city. Right now, a merger between the Metro Fire and EMS department is just an idea. Supporters say it could save money, but critics are skeptical.
Most major metropolitan areas, in fact about 95%, all do fire-based EMS. You've got the staffing ability right there, and you're going to save some based on just the duplication of services.
Louisville's unique in that we have so many different suburban fire agencies. You'll hear a lot of people say, well, a certain percentage of cities do this and do that, but then when you ask more questions, you find out that they're not just like Louisville.
That Metro Council meeting is at 4:30 tomorrow at City Hall.
A new $5 million federal grant is announced as part of National Youth Violence Prevention Week in Louisville. The city will use the grant for training and community engagement to help people better cope with trauma caused by violence. WLKY's Carrie Grace has the story.
The purpose of this grant is to create a trauma-resilient community. But what does that mean? Experts say over the next 5 years, they will work with nearly 400 families and organizations to address the root causes of that trauma.
So understanding that many of the traumas that we see in communities are coming from sources of inequity. So in order to be a truly resilient Louisville, you have to be an equitable Louisville.
Wendy Ellis travels to cities across the country, helping organizations understand what it takes to create a more resilient city.
We'll take all hands on deck to undo the things that we have put together systemically across all of our systems to really build a resilient Louisville.
As the Office of Safe and Healthy Neighborhoods implements this grant, they will train people who work with several organizations. The University of Louisville's Kent School of Social Work will play a big role in implementing the Trauma Resilient Communities model.
When community members go to receive services, if they've experienced trauma or adversity and they want to receive services, everyone is really speaking the same language.
Brett A. Loftus is with the Center for Trauma Resilient Communities based out of North Carolina. He will travel to Louisville regularly to help train people on how to work with those who have experienced trauma, which isn't just violence, but systematic trauma associated with poverty and economic disparities.
We're helping Louisville build an infrastructure around how to organize all their initiatives to reduce the impact of trauma on its citizens in this community.
Instead of asking the question, what's wrong with you, and really taking more of a diagnostic approach and a clinical approach, we're actually changing that question to asking what's happened to you.
Carrie Grace, WLKY News.